Well, good morning, our beloveds. Today is the Lion's Gate portal. Woot woot! But we will not talk about that. There are so many others who have thoughts and opinions and ideas on what this means. And for those who are aligned with that type of premonition and prophecy work, they have other sources. But we align with a different frequency these days, which is healing. If you trust that the universe brings you who, what, where, when, and why at the right time, and that all is well, all is well, all is well, then you don't need to worry about when you can manifest more or less, or when there is something around the corner that may be harmful or beneficial. We focus on your energetic imprint. When you are aligned with us, 100% of the time, you get your intuitive hits. And so knowing that the astrological signs or imprints are X, Y, and Z matters not, because you are aligned with us on the path or the walk of your journey, if that makes sense. And we want you to understand what that really means. It means that when you go into prayer and meditation, that you know all that you need to know. For those who don't have that level of connection yet, they do need sometimes the astrological imprint, because they still need somebody to tell them, watch out when you cross the street, be mindful of all the decisions that you make. But when you are connected to us, we share that with you. And not on a particular day because of an astrological imprint, but because it is so specifically designed for your life to be important for you at that moment. You've been there where you know you need to go grocery shopping and you just can't do it. And so the need to do something is overridden by your ability, your conscious ability to force yourself to go against what seems like a must-do. That is what intuition is, and that is what we are teaching, illumination from within. And illumination from within really simply means that you trust your intuition that comes from a loving space, where there is no fear, even if there is a negative event. If we told you were going to have a car crash that day and either perish or be injured, but we provided it in a way where you could digest it, really digest it and accept, this is my life's purpose to go through this experience. We don't do this generally, right? Because humans have a difficulty leaning into the mystery of the unknown when they know it's going to be painful. And so we generally don't. But there are certain of you who are so trusting of us and lean so much into this energetic experience. We could tell you before you're going to transition, so you could say goodbye to your loved ones. Now, have you ever heard of loved ones who do say goodbye in one fashion or another? Stefan Zeichmann comes to mind. There was a goodbye party for him. Granted, the expectation was he was moving to a different community, but it really that he was moving to a different community out of this world. So what does this mean? That there are imprints towards where you are going, that which cannot be avoided. And there are always messages if you look closely. But, or we could say and, if you really trust in the universe and its predilections and its design and its governance, you wouldn't need to hide from the bad moments, because you would embrace them, because they're just as important as finding out that you're pregnant, that your mother met a new man, that you won the lottery, that you got a new job, whatever it is. When you get those intuitive hits that something good is coming, feel how you lean into it. What if you could feel that same level of joy and lean into the harder moments? Can you imagine being wired in such a way that the harmful moments would be embraced as much as the joyous moments? Because that, our beloveds, that is the ultimate trust that we are working on with you all, where you lean into everything. And that is why we are not going to share about the portal's gate, because it doesn't matter whether it's the lions or another one. We share with you what it is to find your own inner guidance, your own inner system, your own inner belief or magical thinking process that helps to guide you. Those who are more positively oriented tend to find the positive purposes or experiences within anything. They can put a shine on Shatola and find a glimmer of hope therein. And those of you who are more negatively inclined can find the most negative purpose in somebody doing a generous act. What do they want from me? Because you don't trust. And until your inner compass is more positively oriented, which means I trust that the universe is bringing me everything for my highest good, and I will lean into every moment, however painful or lovely it may feel, therein lies what we're trying to teach you. To embrace the unknown and to find purpose in everything, and to find your meaning within that purpose, because within each experience there's always a lesson and something grandiose for you to uncover and unearth and to embellish and to embody. Finding you in this incarnation is all that you got. And for those of you who do tune into the astrological stuff, there's nothing wrong with that. If it emboldens you, awesome. But just recognize that if you don't have that guidance system to point you in the right direction, how do you function and operate without that? If you can't function and operate without it, then it is a crutch, and you just want to acknowledge that. Crutches are those things that you lean on because you can't stand on your own 2 feet, and there's no shame and there's no gratitude either. It just simply is. And then wonder, who could I be without this guidance system? How would I lean into and trust that the universe is bringing me only good stuff, even if it hurts? That is the end ultimate guidance system that we're trying to teach you, where you have your own astrological imprint within your own body, because it is true. But you all already know this within yourselves, even without training or studying to be an astrologer. Does that make sense? We're not shaming anybody. We need astrologers because they're important, just like doctors are. Western, Eastern, energy, all of this matters because it keeps the universe in balance. But recognize and notice where you lean outside of yourself still for guidance instead of going within. And then at the end of the day, just bless the universe, because even though it seems like chaos, there is actually creation and purpose within this chaos that will lead you somewhere where, yes, there will be some despair, but there will also be lots and lots of joy as the patriarchy begins to finally be dismantled by the youth and some older people as well. Find your voice, find your purpose, and find your meaning. And so it is. Namaste.